we wanted to share with us first and foremost some of the standards and principles that really do make your work stand out, that you do not compromise at all.
Thank you for that compliment. I when people say I stand out or my movies stand out, I like to make the kind of movies I want to watch. I love everything about me. I love quality, so I do the best I can within what is available for me to work with. So I do the best that I can to make sure that I produce movies that people will enjoy, not just the storyline, the picture quality, the sound quality. I mean, I pay attention to details a lot.
Professionalism, that's one word.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, also in most of your movies, we see new faces, maybe the early ones you produce. And at the end of the day, these actors, they could grow up in the industry to become viable and marketable in the industry because you saw potential from day one in them, and today they are making waves in the country, in the industry. Do you do same for, let's say, a bad script? Have you been confronted with such?
Well, yes, in a way. You could see a good story but badly written, and you know that this story has potential. So I think that has actually happened to me once, where I liked the idea of the story when a friend of mine presented me with the script and said I'd like to shoot this, but it was not well written at all. So I took the script and rewrote it because I really liked the storyline, and it became a hit.
It became a hit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, till date now, what would you say is the most challenging movie yet to produce?
That I have produced.
Yeah.
I would say Apai was a biopic that I did on the life of someone. Writing fiction or doing something fictional is one thing, but trying to stick to reality, as close as possible to reality, is a different ballgame altogether. This is a biopic. It was some kind of biography, but in pictures of some lady's life in Bayelsa State. And it was very, very challenging for me to make that movie. I had to do research. I had to go to talk to the family members. I had to talk to friends. I had to travel from state to state where she lived and worked and had children and all of that. It was not easy. Then the actual shooting of the movie took us about almost 6 weeks. That's the shooting. Pre-production took about 3 months. So it was very challenging for us to make that movie, but it was very exciting, and it was a life-changing experience for all of us that shot the movie, and everyone loved the result at the end of the day.
Okay, still on your works, Emem. Well, you want to talk about I'll Take My Chances? Is it your most expensive yet?
Second most expensive. The
Second.
Apai that I just talked about was the
Okay.
most expensive. I'll Take My Chances was the first big budget movie I did,
Okay.
and it almost broke my back. It was quite expensive. Over 30-something million that we spent on that movie. I mean, for a Nigerian movie, it was huge. It was another challenging experience for me. Yeah.
Okay. But then the result was worth it at the end of the day?
In terms of cinema returns, making money from the DVD and from other platforms where we get money from when we have made a movie, no. I would not say that I've even recovered half of that money yet. But I was a bit lucky on that one because I shot the movie in my state, Akwa Ibom State. I shot some parts of it in Cross River State. So when I finished the movie, when I was premiering it, I did it, the world premiere, I took it to my state, and I had the support of the state government. So that really gave me a kind of soft landing. It helped me a little bit to help me towards the recovery of what we spent on the movie.
So in other words, what you're saying is, for the most part, what we really see or hear about you people making fat returns isn't the case. Which brings me to the issue of a recent survey that was held. It says that Nollywood produces approximately what's the figure now? 1,000 films annually, yeah.
Could be more than that, I
Could be
think.
more than that, but that's approximately, that's what the figure says.
Yeah.
And you would want to ask, okay, if it is 1,000 annually, how do you fight the issue of piracy?
Piracy is a huge problem that is, in fact, is every producer's nightmare. every distributor's nightmare. Is there's so many movies being churned out, but how many copies do we actually sell? There was a movie I made not too long ago. I haven't even sold up to 10,000 copies. And you begin to wonder, how do you get the money back? In a country of over 160 million.
Yeah, don't still even up to that copies, and it's been all over the place.
It's all over the place. What do we do? I know that a lot of with colleagues, if for instance the copyright owner gets wind of the fact that the movie is pirated, you try to, apprehend them, try to go to the right body, the NCC, and all of that. They try. I heard recently that the NCC have really been, going about raiding in some of these areas where the pirated copies. And then we noticed that most of the copies, what you call 10 in 1, the movies are coming in from China or Asia in loads of containers. And recently I know that the NCC has been trying very hard to see some of these containers containing this pirated products. It's a huge problem for us. For me as a producer, it's an experience. I don't even know what to do.